We're kind of early today. I always love to be a fucking pest and remind you of how cool it is to be your own boss, because you can live life the way you really want it. It's Friday, late morning, and I'm wrestling with my hair, but I don't care. What I care about is a powerful, super potent, extremely potent message. They are, by the way, my dear darling sugar honey love, 26 days to the cosmic cut. How time flies.
It flies.
No, time is what you make it. There's always time. Today, it's not my topic, but I'm playing with banding time, because a big part of time is an actual illusion. Our sense of time will change if we start to include the past or the future. When we remain present, how can you remain present? Big question. Reoccurring topic in the pickup community. There's not one guru of value that did not at least touch on the power of presence. For me, what I had found most helpful at the level of presence is the work of James Hyman. There's a link with this video. I urge you to rapidly, promptly click on it. There's an opportunity to learn for free more about Tantra, and also a meditation with James Hyman and me on how to be more present. The title: Don't be bound by the habitual mental habitat. A habitat, which I probably don't pronounce so well, is a place where we're staying. We potentially are relocating today, the same building, something even bigger. But a habitat is a place that we get used to. Now, I want you to think, as you're listening to this, wherever you live. You probably have an awareness of the whole city, but you don't know the whole city. Even if it's a smaller place or a village, you don't have a reference of everything, every little corner, every little angle. So, to stay sane, part of how the mind works, it cancels a lot of things and stays on whatever we focus on. That's why it's essential that you direct your focus, your focus, towards what empowers you, what helps you, what contributes to your success, to your wellness, to your wealth, to your wisdom, and to being with the women that you want to be with. Now, we get used to, have you ever noticed, I'm asking you and I'm asking them as well, you walk down a street that you often walk down. You probably pass by the same places and pay attention to the same things. Once in a while we discover a new thing, but we get used to specific location. Even if I bet you in your own place, you have your own route, your own little spots, and the spots that you haven't really experienced, even though they are there. Common sense, you know it. So, at the same time, any input from within or experience or input from outside, the funny thing, because it's kind of subconscious or semi-subconscious or super deep conscious, we're unaware that we tend to experience it by going to the same fucking mental place, habitual. And that mental place owns us. If you think about going out tonight, I bet you that you have the same internal reference or concern or whatever that pops to mind. So we got to become aware of those habitual mental places we go to for all matters of our lives. And the first realization, because you're going to use a system that's simple: A, B. Oh, watch out, we're in LA. Cannot really do a B, a blood, and you're wearing red. Shit. Cancel. I didn't mean any of this. And C. All right, C, B, C. I saved it because I'm wearing a little blue and we're not sure I said BC. Maybe I'm in between both. Fuck. So anyway, you now realize that you got to become aware, but it's awareness to me is simple. Awareness is a position of observation. It's not the experience, it's the opposite of presence. It's a presence with perspective, if you wish. So you got to be aware that you're going to that place habitually in your mind. It's subtle. You don't really see it. It's not even necessarily your voice talking to you. It's a subtle, rapid impression. And it's not the only place, but you go to that place because that's the place that you got used to go to in your own mind. We say, girls, pick up this, that, money, wealth, wisdom, and you are bound. We cannot afford to be bound by those places. So you got to break free. Break free by going, what are the places? And there's a simple, silly little exercises, because I love those kind of exercises, that I'm going to give you that will stimulate that naturally, and you are really gonna really gonna and enjoy it. Then no, I'm laughing at some what Hector just said. Thank you, Hector. So and then you got to condition going to new places, because many make the mistake to think that the secret resides at the level of mechanics. What is the secret formula for wealth? Well, when I text, how do you get it? Last night a guy is asking me, okay, I met this girl and I held her hand, and then she gave me a kiss. What kind of kiss? Did she was it like no, she gave a little peek on the cheek. So she's not texting me back. What should I text her? Like, there's one thing you're gonna text, and the girl that is not texting back is gonna be, what am I doing? And even if there are certain things, my texting is lethal, okay? Today, by the way, the crazy Savannah just responded today, you know? And my text was shock, that probably pissed her off. I said, well, no doubt this time you really died. It's kind of sad, which is kind of evil of me because I know her a lot. It's kind of sad. I'll go to the Church of Whiskey, misspelled, because I know she dislikes it when I misspell that word, Whiskey Church, and burn a candle for you. Boom, within seconds she responded. But if I didn't have a different attitude, even that would not impact, and I would not be at that place, and I probably wouldn't know that person to start with. So it's the binding at the core that's so subtle, so invisible. It eludes a lot of guys who go in circle, who try again. It's getting a little bit better, but it's never the full spectrum, full picture of wealth, wisdom, women, wizardry, and everything a person, wellness a person could want in life, like a pentagram, right? It's not easy. Okay, the best thing to draw a symbol when you're live is to look at the symbol, not the camera. Yes, I did it. So wealth, wisdom, wellness, women, and whatever you fucking want. Is the last one. It's still 5 W's. We live at the W. So let me give you that exercise. Let me crystallize that key point that's essential. You are unaware of the fact that anything, if I say beach, any word, any experience, anything, there's a mental function that kicks in gear. That's a blend of a visual, a vibe. It's kind of abstract. It's a blend of different modalities. So it's not easy to detect it like you would detect a word or a color. It's multidimensional. But to know that it's there and it's controlling you, it's that same old response, you know, the guy who wants to thrive with tens. Each time that he thinks, I'm going to try again, I'm going to do it again, there's got to be a way, or he tells the story of why he cannot and his own explanation. What he doesn't know is that there's probably the same little imprint that pops to mind and just directs him like a little robot. Okay, now the whole world is aware that you have the silliest child song on your phone. So much so for the cool girl, okay? Mine is like, okay, you want to hear mine? Anyway, we're taking too long here. We're excited. Everyone should always be excited about their life. Okay, this is mine. Yours was... Yours. What was it again?
It's called Playtime. That's why I think it's funny.
Okay, so... it is funny. You're adorable. Playtime. Wow. Playtime. I will give Playtime a new flavor right now. So, how? A, become aware that it's there even if you don't exactly know, and open your mind to the fact that you can have so many different imprints. B, break free from it. C, condition it. Everything is connected. There was a wonderful book called The Artist's Way. You don't have to look for the book, because I grabbed the premise of it and turn it into something that's applicable for our matters. Be certain that you become aware of how you're following the same road, paying attention to the same thing, and don't let that decide you when all the space around is available to you. So start to bring slight variation, okay? The other day I gave this guy a splendid exercise. There were girls at a Starbucks behind the window, and it would have been too much with his level of awareness, because it's never too much. Anybody can do that. For him to enter and go, hey, you were looking at me through the window. Or me, I was dancing in front of the window. I said, just stand. Just instead of standing by the trash can or by the pole or away from the window, stand and look at your phone with those girls in the back and feel uncomfortable, okay? So it's an invitation to find slight little fluctuations, enter a little differently, stand where you normally don't stand, and watch the magic that will happen. But there's no magic that is more powerful than wanting it and making a statement to yourself and the universe that you are willing to do whatever it takes, and you're not taking a risk. You know, many people would think that I'm a risk taker. I am not. You know what I am? I actually have a very logical system. Here's what I understand. The only taking a risk if you don't decide that whatever happens, you're going to resolve and top it. If you are taking a step, but then you keep it at that, then you are taking a fucking risk. So you got to decide that you came to this pickup thing for one reason. You are going to succeed. The decision is beyond an affirmation. It's beyond shouting it, chanting it, repeating it again and again with a mantra, a mudra, or whatever. It's a position. It's a place of beingness. It's the bottom of your spine. It's the core of your root chakra. It's a place that's unbound. It's a place where the decision is combined with the secret word until. You will make it pay off no matter what. I'm only here to win. Winning success is the only option. And too many guys, their real core challenge, that's pure masculinity, by the way. That's the sun. There's no other option. That is the masculinity that will attract, because it is what the feminine craves. They crave that centeredness, that core masculinity. You need to tap into it way more. How do you tap into it? You decide. Are you in with this pickup thing, or are you out? If you're out, that's your choice, okay? You're free. But if you're in, you're not on the fence, you're not in between. If you're not sure if you can pull it, if you can make it happen, if you're gonna be okay, the money, the this, don't be that kind of guy that puts yourself on the fence. Instead, decide that success is the only option, and you're gonna top it, and you're gonna take a step after a step. And my mantra is always, make it pay off, make it pay off, make it pay off. Years ago, I'm a crew member for Tony Robbins. I hear that they're short of staff in Australia. Never been to Australia. I want to go. I buy a plane ticket. In my excitement, I miscalculate. I realize that it took all the money that I had. I board the plane. I arrive. I'm at the hotel. And then I'm thinking, wow, just like in the US, I'm going to tell people I don't have a room, and somebody's going to say, Vince, stay with me. But that's a little bit different. People go, I have a different accent, I'm from somebody else. And no offense to our Australian friend, but nobody said, yes, stay with me. So I spend the first night, I'm in the lobby. Comes 3 a.m., I can tell that the people at the front desk, it's a big hotel, but there's a front desk, and there's like what's called security. They started to wonder, why is this guy staying there with his suitcase? And then say, you cannot sleep here, mate. And I go, really? So thank God by the time they took that step, it's about 5 a.m., early sunrise. And I'm out there on the street, it's empty. And suddenly I go back in the hotel once people are there, and I go to the bathroom. I go, fuck, what have I done, man? And I'm sweating it, and I'm pouring cold water on my face. And then I said, you know what? Make this pay off. Make this payoff? The first thing I realized, there's one option. You find a girl or girls that have rooms, and you so powerfully seduce them that you end up staying in their room. What do you prefer? Staying out in the cold or making that happen? And I made it happen. The second thing that happened is that the silly question, because it's not one time, it's not one event, it's not one day, okay? It's a succession, you repeat it. If you can do it once, you do it every day. It's a lifestyle, it's a daily habit to go through your life like that. But when people ask, what's the one thing that made the difference? Well, that was significant, because that day I said I make it pay off. And I wouldn't be who I am today if I had not made that decision. So you think whatever the fuck you want, with what I'm gonna say next. But we got the cosmic code, and we're down to the last 5 tickets before we boost full price. And then there will be 2 more available, and then you'll see the mention, sold out, okay? So click on the link, listen to your 2 free recording, one on Tantra and one on Present, James Simon. They're absolutely fucking phenomenal, and that will lead you to my podcast, and we have so many resources. More podcasts are coming, one with AZD today. There's gonna be Tony Dillinger, everybody. Look at the poster. We are the real life Avengers. Everybody brings a supernatural power. But are they really supernatural power? No, it's just a supernatural awareness of what you, me, all humans can do when we set aside the fucking excuses, the complaining, the bitching, the better behavior, and we decide to understand that there's a force within us. When guys say I have anxiety, they don't have anxiety. It's their masculinity that's saying, please listen to me. I want what I see. Why are you not doing something about it? So we're looking for a couple more candidates, and I really mean this, that are not gonna beat around the bush, that understand the core system, how it works. When you study from somebody, you don't only study the material, you study the way of life. Okay, I just told you my formula. Oh, Vince, I want to be a coach. I want to be a guru. Well, then start with that mindset. There's only one option, no matter where it fucking goes. Even if it takes me longer than I thought, even if at first it appears that it's not working, I am not stopping until. And that's pure masculinity. See, and once you got that, you're gonna find a lot of ease. And then you can relax, and then you can go, I'm doing it. I'm the motherfucking deal. All right, so click on that link, 5 candidates. We'll tell you about it more over the weekend. Until you hear, sorry, we're sold out. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for smiling. This is like the news on a different fucking planet, you know? You still have like, yes, she's smiling and I'm animated. This is the news on, this is the news on crack. Hello, these are the news, and this is the news on crack. But I'm drug-free, just so you know. Okay, just so you know. It's important that you know that. Okay, best way to get your ex back, Vince. Aha! I'm gonna take that question. I didn't expect the question. Well, the first thing, Amir, is like, I already think I told you the best way, which is, anyone that's asking the question, best way to get your ex back, no offense, I've been in those shoes, but I gotta tell you is don't worry so much about that. Realize that you need chops, you need skills, you need a boost, you need to be jolted, okay? Here's what it is. It's a polarity. It's a universal dynamic. It's the essence of true magic. You can't own what owns you. Number 1 rule of influence, the greater influence will always belong to the one that has less dependence. So that's the tricky part. That stuff is the last thing you want to hear when you want to get your ex back is to drop that, because you fear that if you drop it, you won't get her back. But your addiction, your obsession about getting her back is creating an obstruction, and you have the dynamic backwards, okay? So the first thing, 3 steps to get your ex back. Number 1, don't let it own you. Say, it'd be wonderful if I get her back, but at the same time, there's a reason why we're not together right now. So let me be cautious about that and intelligent. And at the same time, I don't depend on any other human being, any woman. I will succeed. I will thrive. I will have an amazing sex life no matter what. Now you're no longer dependent. And during the time, the cycles, when she's going to miss you a little bit, because we're all the same. You know, spend time with family, then you go, ah! And then you're away from family and you go, oh, I miss them. Okay? That's the sway of the pendulum. The second thing, imagine that you run into an ex and you didn't really want to be with her anymore. And then the first thing that you fucking see, you go, whoa, she's even more fit than she was. Wow, she's looking good. You look at her clothing and there's not one thing that you recognize that she was wearing at the time that you were together. You inquire a little bit and she's moving to a better place, and either she had a project and she succeeded, or and she keeps on scoring high. You go, by the way, that's my car. And you look and that's a fucking hot car and so on. And then you talk to her and you go, she sounds good. And then she says something and you go, wow, I never thought of it that way. Okay? Even if you didn't really want her, you will start to want her again. So grow is the best solution. And it's not about the car and so on. Grow in every possible dimension. Give yourself the gift. Genuinely. Fuck those who are going to think, oh, he's bringing back the cosmic card because he wanted us to go. If I didn't believe in it, I would not say you want to go. So it's absurd when people go like expect that they listen to you for solutions, but then at the same time, they don't realize that you're creating those things as the bigger solution, okay? Because suddenly you make distinctions from Brian Casella and Johnny Cassio, two top guys in the business world, okay? And beyond that, they're both very spiritual and so on. They both have like chops, killer chops in seduction, lifestyle, like crazy, okay? Now, that has broadened your realm of consciousness. That wasn't there before. You have new awareness. Then James Hyman, the shaman, Catherine Oman, of course, Frank White, all those people, AZD, Hypnotica, and so on, all in one shot. You get that burst, you get that boost, you shake off like, oh, I'm not getting her back, and so on. And then the third key thing is to understand that you got to be very, 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 very cautious, okay? Because maybe you're selling yourself short. Why would you want her back? Why isn't she here now? There's a reason. Re-examine that reason, and there you got to be honest. Is it that you want her back, or is it that you're being reminded that the most recent time when you had sex and connection and a presence, it was that person? And then how can you best honor that? Find it within you. And I could take this way much further, and I will. I have so many systems. What's essential also is you guys should never be in the question like, how do you get the girl to text you back? How do you revamp something with a girl? How do you, because that's reactive game. Reactive game is a sign that you don't have in a real game. If you have real game, this is proactive game. Proactive game. It shouldn't even be that if really it was meant to be and you cared for each other, that you're not with her. And I don't mean to be a pest or a bearer of bad news, but you got to realize that you omitted something. That dynamic is the essence of a true relationship. If you become dependent, you're no longer of service to the other person because you're fear-based. So you got to be independent from it. And you got to honor and trust yourself more. And then you got to grow in it, okay? And most men, they do the opposite. The good is that if you sign up for the convention, you also get my entire fucking library, okay? If you had a deal before you didn't get the library, that's part of the new deal, okay? You get monthly, 1 month with Aphrodite sprints and so on. So we got to run. I thank you guys so very much. The answer is always the same one. All challenges, struggles, and wrestles in any matters of life, we have the equation backwards. They are not a cause, they are a result that you have not tapped into the mindset, the dedication, and the toolbox that resolves that from the get-go. So that is your higher and greater solution. And if you want to really thrive with girl or with anything in life, you cannot think short term. Short term is needy. Short term is it's addiction. What you got to realize is big picture. In the big picture, people will come and go, industries will shift, your values will change. You still be you, but you're about to go through an evolution that's inevitable around you, motion and so on. Lord knows what the world may do on us next. So your primary focus should be on you growing, you gathering the skills, grabbing as much as you can. And the rest is a byproduct of that. And if you really did your work and you invest, a true investment, the pickup thing, the thing that is funny is if anyone in the world were to approach other things like they approach the pickup thing, oh my God, I would recommend you never go see a doctor. I would recommend you never go to a concert. I would recommend you don't ever go watch a movie, because people would do things like, oh, I read this book on playing the guitar. You want to see my concert? Well, you know, no. If you want the kind of doctor that has given everything they could. You listen to the music when everything was given and taught constantly. We're in for life, okay? You're either growing or you're regressing. So you also have to know that number one answer to all the matters that you may encounter, or texting, you know, when it's too sad, or I do good day game and I get, no. Stop lying to yourself. You have not dived in with everything you got, and you have not had enough exposure to the mindset, your dedication, and the toolbox that makes those things not even be relevant. Click on the link. Thank you so much. By now, you should know the drill. You can't be around the kissing saint without offering a kiss in exchange of the knowledge. That's it. But no, don't send me a kiss. Send me a PayPal and come to the Cosmic Code Convention. You'll love it. Love it. Are we doing one of those things where we can't end the video? All right, now it's the end of the news. Oh, watch this. And now, on a completely different note, I love to put myself in positions where it's more than I can handle. That's how you grow. If you live the way that you always live, there's no muscle growth. Okay, so it's insane. We're about to move. I got Hollywood events. I'm in a movie. We're doing the convention. We're doing a fashion show, and so on. So today I am playing with time, the energy of Kali, Kali Ma, right there. I got her tattooed. Okay, she's the energy of chaos, and in the form of chaos, if chaos comes, the only thing that can contain chaos is greater chaos, and then you go chaos easy. Down, pay me down. Frank White has helped me tremendously with those understanding. Yeah, shout out to Frank White always. So I had the idea today. I have those little things. You put them in a binder. I'm not making it up. Okay, and you stick it inside. You put it inside binder. Now, I thought, okay, I'm just gonna write the one thing that I got to do, and then the next thing, and take it, boom, do it, move to the next one. So I'm gonna have so much fun. Yeah, time efficiency combined with extreme creativity. Time to say goodbye. Da-da.